Yo, guys, it's Trunks back in it, B. Today we're gonna do what if Deku had a turtle quirk. So, basically, his quirk is a mutant quirk, kind of like Sue's, but he looks like an actual turtle. He's basically a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, if you think of it in that way. And yeah, he's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Deku, so this is what happens. When Deku is born, he's born as a normal child. He wakes up one day and he feels a bit different. He looks at his hands and he has 3 fingers. He starts freaking out and starts screaming. His mom runs to his room and Mama Inkle's like, "My baby! What happened to my baby? What's wrong with you?" Deku's like, "Ah! What the fuck?" Inko just stops crying and tries to calm down and thinks, "Oh, this was probably his quirk. But he's a freak. Oh, how could I give birth to something like that?" But she's still his mom, so she's like, "Zuko, I think this might be your quirk." And Deku's just like, "Awesome." She makes Deku put on some sweatpants and a hoodie to cover him up because she thinks that people around her are just gonna be like, "Ew, what's that?" and insults him. So they get to the quirk doctor. They wait for their turn, and the quirk doctor is just like, "What's wrong?" And Miss Midori is just like, "I think his quirk has awakened." And the quirk doctor's like, "Well, then what is it?" Inko tells Suzuki to take off his sweater and sweatpants. And he takes it off, and the doctor's just like, "Oh my gosh." And he's like, "Oh, that's pretty neat. Not too long ago, I had a patient that had a mutation quirk kind of like his, but instead she had a frog. And before that, we had there was a quirk, an emitter. The boy had the head of a crow, but his quirk had nothing to do with that." Ooh. Well, off that topic, it seems that you are a turtle. You have a turtle quirk. Do you think that you can deactivate it? Deku's like, "I don't know. I just woke up like this." And the doctor's just like, "Well, I guess he was probably just, he's a mutant." Okay, so the doctor just gives him like a rundown of what his quirk could possibly do. He just says that his shell would grow stronger over time, and his skin is tougher and not as smooth as a regular person's would be. And Izuku is just like, "Oh, where was I? Scrabble nuggets." Well, I'm just gonna assume that I was at the part, where the doctor was explaining his quirk. Yeah, probably there. So the doctor was just telling Deku that his skin is rougher than usual. He seems to have 3 fingers. Maybe he has a defect. And his feet having 2 toes is just probably like a defect from his quirk. And his shell is just gonna get stronger over time. His skin is rougher. So Deku's just like, "Wow, this is kind of like a pretty powerful quirk if I know how to use it the right way." Well, and his mom So he and his mom go back home. Deku wants to go to the park so he can play with his friends because his best friend Katsuki said that he was gonna be there. So Deku runs into the park and yells for Katsuki, and he's like, "Deku, where are you?" And Izuku's like, "Over here, Kachan, over here." And Bakugo just looks at him and he says, "Ew, you're a freak!" And he starts running away. And Deku's just like, "What do you mean? I'm still the same Midoriya, right?" Bakugo's just like, "No, what happened to you? My quirk awakened. It's called Turtle. I have the ability. I look like a turtle. I have the abilities of one. What can a turtle do? It can stick its body parts inside of its shell. My skin is harder than a normal person's and not as smooth, and I have a strong shell. But the shell's not gonna get strong for a while. It's not as strong right now, but it will get strong." Bakugo's just like, so you have a useless quirk. No, it's not. I could be used as a shield, kind of. If my shell is strong enough. And Bakugo's like, I guess. And Bakugo's just like, let's see how strong your quirk is. Deku is wondering, how do we check that? Let's have a fight. Let's spar. I can use my explosion since your quirk is always activated, and it would be unfair. And Deku's like, oh okay, Kachan, let's fight. Deku just goes in. He just goes in throwing punches and kicks, and Bakugo's just using his explosions to move him around, hitting him sometimes. And at the end, they're just both exhausted. And Deku's like, I'm gonna get stronger than you, and I'm gonna be the #1 hero. And Bakugo's like, yeah, right, Deku, you're never gonna be shit. Everybody's just gonna run away from you. How are you gonna be a #1 hero if everybody's gonna run away from you? And Deku's like, I guess I can't be the #1 hero, but I will be a hero. It doesn't matter if I'm #1, #2, or number 560 gajillion, bazillion. I will become a hero, even if it's the last thing I do. And Bakugo's like, okay, good luck with that. And Deku's just thinking in his mind about what Kachan said. How is he gonna be a hero if everybody just looks at him and gets scared and runs away? Deku just thinks, maybe I can be like a ninja. Yeah, like a ninja turtle. Deku's just like, how am I gonna train? I won't have anybody to teach me. Deku goes to his mom about this and tells her he wants he tells her what Kachan said, and she says that Kachan's probably right and he should not be a hero. And Deku's like, no, I have another idea. I can learn to become stealthy like a ninja. And Inko's just like, nope, no. That is way too dangerous. But I have a shell that's strong. Nope, you don't even know how strong your shell's gonna get. Strong could just mean it's as strong as a freaking pencil. And Deku's like, I guess you're right. And Deku is just upset. Then he thinks maybe he doesn't know what to do. He's going him and his mom the next day are going for groceries. Deku's wearing his hood and sweatpants. And as they're walking back home, it's pretty late. So somebody comes out the corner and tries to mug them. And succeeds. But the mugger not only takes their money, but he also kills Ingo and takes Izuku, thinking that he can sell Izuku for some cash. So Izuku's just screaming like, "Whoa! Help! Help! Help!" Nobody hears him. Nobody comes from him. And the mugger takes off Izuku's hood and sees how ugly he is. And he's like, "Ugh, what is that thing? Who's ever gonna want that?" And there's, and he still tries to sell Izuku on the black market. Someone actually buys him, and Izuku is just super scared. He doesn't even say anything. He's just silent and putting his arms and legs inside of his shell, poking his head out every once in a while. And Deku's just hungry, scared, and lonely. The person who buys him is just thinking, he's gonna try to use Izuku as a killer to help him in his villainous work. Deku would be the perfect villain. He's scary, ugly, and everybody's just gonna run away from him. So Izuku starts his training. It's not like some easy ass training. I mean, like, he's beat. He's getting beat so he can endure more pain. So he's getting beat senselessly. He's getting torched. They're burning him. They're cutting him. They're just hurting him as much as possible. Due to him healing, his shell is getting really hard. So he just stays in there most of the time when they try to hit him. And once Deku stops feeling the pain that they are exerting upon him, he's just thinking, when is this gonna end? When will the heroes come and save me? When? Then they start training him in a hand-to-hand combat. He learns all types of martial arts, and Deku's pretty good at them. Deku also learns a weapon. I'm gonna say he gets the Sai. I think that's how you pronounce Raphael's weapon, because I think Raphael's my favorite, so that's what he's gonna get. Deku's also going to be smart in this what if. He's gonna be like Donnie, but more like Raphael. They force Deku to read and learn on his own. So, because they don't want some dumb villain that will get caught easily. They want a killer. Someone that will go around killing people and not get caught. They want Deku to be their assassin. And Deku is done with his training. They send him on his first mission. But first they inject him with something. They say if he tries to go off of the mission or tries to help someone or tries to go to the authorities, they'll detonate it and kill him. Deku's just scared shitless. Deku's 11 years old when this happens. Not all of it, just when he has to go on his first mission. He was 11 years old and he killed a man. Deku was just scared, crying, and he's just like, what the hell? I actually killed someone. Oh my. Deku's just he's just so scared right now. he doesn't feel good. He feels sick. And he develops some anger issues. But he can't really show it because he knows that if he tries to attack them out of his rage or sadness, they're just going to kill him. So all of that rage is just bubbling up inside of him. So when after a while, he starts to enjoy the killing. He doesn't like killing, but it's a way for him to take out his anger and sadness. While Deku's just hiding inside of his shell while they're attacking him, he thinks of this idea. He'll leave a note next to the villain, next to the next person that he kills. So, he's 13 right now. He's going on a mission, and he brings a piece of paper with him. He hides it, and he writes a letter onto it, leaving it on the killer's body. The people that are monitoring over him are just thinking that he's gone mad, and he's actually just going to terrorize the family with the note, saying that he was easy to kill. But when the heroes come to see what the commotion was all about, and why this man hasn't been talking for a while, the police and the heroes come over and they see this dead man, and they're just like, another one by that killer. And they see a note next to the man's stuck to the man's forehead, and they're just like, what does it say? They read it, and it says, "Help. I am the killer that has been killing all these people. These people have trapped me. I need your help. This is the address." He writes it down. And the heroes and the police are just thinking, this could be a trap, or is there really a person who's forced to be doing this? How could someone be forced to kill? He's killed so many times. Why can't he just escape? This could be a setup, but this also could be a lead to where this villain is. Maybe he has some multi-personality disorder or something. They don't know. So they get reinforcements. They get All Might, they get Eraserhead and Endeavor along with the Midnight. So when they begin their plan, they get Midnight into the vents, and Midnight activates their quirk. All the other heroes have masks on, so they won't fall asleep. So Midnight activates her quirk. A lot of people have fallen unconscious, but many haven't at all because they have masks, or they're just that good. Deku's one of the people that don't fall asleep because he puts his mask that covers his eyes over his mouth. So yeah. And the villains just barge in, and Deku just sees them. He gets out of his shell so quick you ain't even see him. He goes running to them, and they think that he's trying to attack them. They get ready. Endeavor's about to fire a blast off at him, but Deku drops to the floor and he starts crying, saying, "I never thought they would come. I didn't think that note would actually work." They realized that the note meant that boy, or whatever he was the killer. So they put him in handcuffs. Well, the handcuffs don't really work, but Deku's not in the state to resist. They just use Midnight's quirk to knock him out. Yeah, they just do that. So Deku's in the van that they kept him in because he's so big. He's just unconscious. Deku wakes up with a scream, and he's breathing heavily, wondering where he is. He forgot everything that happened the night prior. He sees two other people in front of him. It was Naimasa, I think that's how you pronounce his name, All Might Friend, and Eraserhead. Deku is just freaking out, thinking that they're just different they're just someone else who are they're just trying to torture him again. And Eraserhead says, "Calm down. We aren't here to hurt you. We're here to get information from you and to lock you up. Just give us the information we need and there won't be any trouble." And Deku's just like, What, how did I even get here? Don't worry about it, kid. We captured you, you're gonna give us the information, and then you're gonna go to prison for killing all those people. And the reason Eraserhead is so mad at Izuku is because one of the people Izuku killed was, I'm just gonna say that one of them was President Mike. So Aizawa was just really angry. And he doesn't understand that Deku, he refuses to understand that Deku's a kid that had no choice in this. Deku tells them everything he knows. And Naimasa asks for his age. And Izuku says that he's 13. They're just dumbstruck. They're like, how? There's no way. This kid has been killing for like 2 years now. How does an 11-year-old kill somebody? That doesn't make any sense. Izuku tells them about the torture, how they abused him, how they forced him to do stuff, and how he enjoyed the killing, actually. And he even went on to say that his favorite one was President Mike because he put up a good fight. But ultimately, he was no match for him. Deku has some mental issues. Deku says that he doesn't like killing. He just liked to take out his anger on the people that he killed because that's all he could do. And Eraserhead is just fuming at this point. He's like, "You enjoy killing? How?" Oh my god. Eraserhead is just pissed off to no there is no point where he would ever think that 2 of his best friends would die. So they think about this and say that if they control Deku, he could be a machine for the heroes too. They don't really tell Deku this, but this is what they're planning. They're planning on using Deku and his skills to be kind of like an underground hero, like Eraserhead. So he won't have to show his face, but he'll do a bunch of work. And the heroes, they'd be using him again. But Deku is just thinking, Deku knows that they're trying to use him. So Deku's just thinking, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be on anybody's side. I want to do my own thing. So after they talk, they get the information out of Deku. Deku just gets out of there. He gets out of the police station. He gets out of confinement. He gets out of there. He's on the streets. Everybody just screaming as they see this, like, 6 foot tall green turtle that's buff as hell. And I'm just gonna say that Deku has spare weapons inside of his shell. They let him keep the belts and the bandages and the pads on him because there's not much he could do with them. And they just thought that the bandages were there for something. And so Deku just gets out. He finds an abandoned building and just stays there. He just camps there for the night. Well, that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you come back later for the next video. Tell me if you liked it. If you didn't like it, tell me your opinion, broski. I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Peace.